Okay, this is from 2016, question number 2, and it says Martha has a fixed budget of $20 and she spends it all on two goods, good X and good Y. The price of good X is $4. All right, so I'm going to put that here, just a little note. Price of X equals 4 beans. And then the price of good Y is $2. So price of Y is 2 beans. The table below shows the total benefit measured in dollars Martha receives from the consumption of each good. So the utility that she gets is going to be measured in dollars here. So the utility satisfaction that she receives from consuming each one of these products, we can measure that out in the numbers that they give us here. Now the table, they put the 4 columns right together, but again, look at the table and see that there's actually 2 different sets of data here. One set of data concerning good X and one set of data concerning good Y here. All right, and so this is your classic marginal benefit of one good over the price of that good needs to equal the marginal benefit of the other good over the price of that good. And when they equal out, that's when we're maximizing our consumer satisfaction. This is what we have. All right, couple of questions. It says, what is Martha's marginal benefit of the 5th unit of good X? All right, and so when we look at the marginal benefits here, she receives 0 benefit from consuming 0 quantity of good X. She receives 16 utils or dollars of benefit from consuming 1 unit. She then receives a total of 28, which her marginal benefit, the next additional amount of benefit that she receives, would be the addition of whatever it takes to get to 28. So 16 plus 12 gets her to 28. Okay, so her marginal benefit for this particular consumption for number 2 would be 12. For 3, the difference would be, with the additional amount, would be 8. To eat her 4th or consume her 4th, whatever it is these goods are, to consume her 4th would be $4, and to consume that 5th one would be $1. So for question A, the answer would be $1. Okay. The next question says B, calculate the total consumer surplus if Martha consumes 5 units of X. Show your work. So what we're going to do is take a look at what happens when she ends up buying or consuming 5 units of good X. So just to give you a little bit of heads up here, what's happening is that she's spending $4 here, $4 here, $4 here, $4 here, and $4 here. So she has spent 4 times 5, $20. Okay? When we take a look at that, that's how much money is coming out of her pocket. We then want to look at what the benefit was from good X as she spent money to consume that benefit of good X. And so when we look at this, we can see that this cost her $16, but she spent $4 on it. So, but she got out of it 16, but spent 4. So she had $12 of satisfaction left over there. Okay, if that makes sense, 16 minus 4. So this particular case, the first item would be 16 minus 4. She'd have a surplus or a happiness value of $12 after that first one. After she consumed the second one, she received an additional $12 worth of benefit, but she spent $4 on it. So that would be 12 minus 4. She ended up getting $8 of consumer surplus, an additional amount of happiness out of that one. When she consumed the third one, total benefit was 36, but she really only received $8 worth of benefit from consuming that third one. So after consuming that third one, it would be $8 she received in benefit, but it cost her 4 beans. And so really, she received $4 of it. After the fourth one she consumed, she received $4 worth of benefit, but it cost her $4. Okay, so there was 0 consumer surplus there. And after the fifth one gets a little difficult here. Fifth one, she only received $1 worth of benefit out of there. It cost her $4, so she actually had a -3 amount of utility. So when you add all these up right here, it's about $24 worth of $21 worth of benefit. 12 plus 8 is 20, plus 4 is 24, plus 0 is 24, minus 3 is 21. So there's a couple of different ways we can look at this. First of all, we can look at it when they're asking us the question about how much consumer surplus there was. We could take all of these and add up this right here. So there's a couple different ways we can look at this. One is we can add up all of these, and that comes out to $41 minus the $20 that she spent there to give a consumer surplus of 21. That same figure is figured out here. We did it one by one here to get that consumer surplus of $21. So it says show your work. So in showing your work, you could do either way to kind of figure out what was the total amount of benefit, additional benefit she received from consuming each unit of the product here, minus out what it actually cost her. So for B, show the work, and the answer ends up being $21 of consumer surplus. For C, it says Martha currently consumes 4 units of X and 2 units of Y, using marginal analysis to explain why this consumption is not optimal for Martha. Okay, well, basically it's telling us that it consumes 4 units of good X and 2 units of good Y. This is where you need to know this combination up here, because if you took the marginal benefit of good X over the price of good X, it does not equal the marginal benefit of good Y over the price of good Y, right? So when we look at the marginal benefit, if we were to write this out, we could see that the marginal benefit of consuming the 4th unit is going to be 4 over the price of that would be $4, right? So that's going to equal, we want it to equal what the marginal benefit is of here, and we can see that the marginal benefit of consuming the next unit 2 here would be 8, all right, over the price here, which would be 2. And as you can see, okay, this does not equal out at all, all right? 1 does not equal 4. Okay, so using marginal analysis, that's how we can figure out C right there. All right, and so simply put, the marginal benefit of X over the price of X is less than the marginal benefit of Y over the price of Y. D says, what is Martha's optimal combination of good X and Y? Okay, and so what we want to do is figure out what the best bang for the buck is here as far as what's happening with the amount of money that she has. And it says here that she has a fixed budget of $20. So in this particular case right here, we want to figure out what the marginal benefit per dollar is for each item that she has. And so for the first item, good X here, she gets $16 out of the benefit out of consuming the first product. So we're going to take that and divide that by the $4 that unit costs, okay? And that $4 that unit costs gives you your marginal benefit per dollar, okay? So right here, that's going to equal 4, all right? Divide this marginal benefit, it's going to be 12, the margin, the next additional amount of benefit, divided by 4 equals 3. The next additional amount of benefit would be 8, divided by 4, that's the dollar amount, would be 2. Next one would be 4, marginal benefit, divided by the dollar amount would be 1. And the next amount of benefit would be 1, divided by 4, gives us 0.25. So these are the numbers that we would use to determine the amount of money we have. We have $20 worth of budget here to figure out what the optimal combination of this would be. Let's look at 10 over here. So good Y at 10 at $2, all right, 10 divided by 2 gives us 5. The marginal benefit would be 8 here, divided by 2 would give us 4. The next amount would be 6 divided by 2 would give us marginal benefit per dollar of 3. Next marginal benefit would be 4 divided by 2. The marginal benefit per dollar would be 2 here, and then the amount would be 2 divided by 2. Marginal benefit gives us 1. So at $20, if the price was $4 for good X and $2 for good Y, I would receive my greatest amount of satisfaction per dollar if I chose this to consume first, the Y unit to consume first here. At that point, that's going to cost me $2, so I would have $18 left. I can choose between 4 and 4. Which one's going to give me my greatest amount? $2 there to buy that. The next item I would buy, because I get the best bang for my buck right there, would be a 4. All right, marginal benefit per dollar. So I'm going to spend $4 there on that. It leaves me with $12 left. And then it doesn't matter which one I choose here. I'm going to choose this one here. That cost me $4. So now I have $8 left. I get more satisfaction out of here. So I spend $2 there on that unit. So now I have $6 left. The next unit I'm going to purchase is of this one. It's going to cost me $2. So now I have $4 left. And the next biggest amount of satisfaction I get is here, good X there. So that cost me $4. I'm out of money. And it says, what's the optimal combination? Well, the optimal combination for question number D, letter D here, would be 3 units of X and 4 units of Y. All right, and there we go with that one. Next it says, E says, indicate whether each of the following will cause the optimal quantity of good Y to increase, decrease, or stay the same. So, it doesn't say explain, it just says tell us whether or not it's going to increase, decrease, or stay the same. So, we have E. First one, second one, third one. The price of good Y doubles, all right? If the price of good Y doubles to 4, all right, when we look at what we're getting, the marginal benefit per dollar here is going to decrease, right? So the marginal benefit here is 10 divided by 4. That's going to give us 2.5. We go 8. That's only going to give us 2. We go to 6. That gives us 1.5. All right, so my marginal benefit per dollar, it's costing me more here, right? This stays the same. So this was at whatever it was, 543. So I'm going to be buying more of X because I'm going to get the better bang for my buck out of good X than I would be getting out of Y. So good Y, if your price doubles, you're going to see that there's going to be a decrease in the optimal quantity. So first one is decrease. Second one says Martha income falls to $10 with no change in prices. We have a Martha's income falls to $10 with no change in prices. Good Y. Well, based upon what the marginal benefit per dollar was, I'm not going to be able to spend as much money. So I might buy my the first item and the second item here. But as we start to go through which item has a greater marginal benefit per dollar and I start to buy some of good X, my money's going to disappear at that point. So I'm not going to be able to buy as many units of good Y as I did before when my income was at $20. So again, this is going to decrease here. All right. Third question says Martha's income doubles and the price of both goods double. So the price of both goods double here. One goes to $4 and this one goes to $8. All right. And I went from $20 to spend to $40 to spend. Well, everything's going to just change here. Is if we were to go through the marginal benefit here, this is going to be 16 divided by 8 would be 2. We would go up by 12 here, so it would be 12 divided by 8 would be whatever it happens to be, 1.5 probably. So at this point, same thing here, right? Goes to 4, so 10 divided by 4 would be 2.5. 8 divided by 4 would be 2. And we could do that all the way down again and go back and purchase As you can see, we've kind of split what's taken place here with regard to the marginal benefit per dollar, and we would be purchasing actually the same amount of each product as we did before, which was 3 units of good X and 4 units of good Y. You can do that on your own just for practice, but this one's going to stay the same. All right, guys, make sure you practice this one. This is a little bit tricky, but as you go through it and you kind of figure it out, you'll understand it the more you do. Sorry. Take care.